fwy enfawr ffondol.
Men went to Godolphin, laughter inciting, bitter in battle with blades set for war. Brief the year they were at peace. In a land carved by ice and ruled by fire, where the wind howled like wolves across the northern hills, and legend was written not in ink, but in blood. In an age of warriors and kings, when the land trembled beneath the feet of marching men, a fire was lit in the north, and it would burn into legend. The Godolphin were men of the north, warriors forged in frost and fury. For a year they gathered here in a hall of stone, where the mead flowed like molten gold, and the fire of war burned in their eyes. 300 brave souls, each one aflame, fierce and bright. They rode south through the snow into the heart of darkness to face an army 1,000 strong. The ground was hard with ice, but their hearts burned hotter than the hearth. They did not flinch, they did not yield. And at Cathrice, they were consumed. The cold steel of the enemy met the fire of their charge. One by one they fell, not as victims, but as warriors, like sparks dying in a storm. Only one returned to tell the tale. Now their names echo in the ancient verses, in the clash of sword and shield, in the silence after battle. Their fire went on, in verse, in memory, in the roar of battle long after the last sword fell. Their tale is told in Godolphin, one of the oldest surviving Welsh poems, an heroic tale celebrating brave warriors who rode to battle against impossible odds. Written over 1,300 years ago, it's a snapshot of ancient Celtic courage and pride. Tonight, its spirit shines again. 300 gold-topped men attacked, guarding their land. Bloody was the slaughter. Although they were slain, they slew. And until the end of the world, they will be honored. And of all of us kinsmen who went together, sad, but for one man, none escaped.
A nawr gynghorfa, hi a narwyra, wledig cwthgyngrau neb yn ysbrydau.
Alone, never heard the frost, the silent graves, the glassy walls, the sun upon the head of it. But yet in silence, even I must share my aim with fire. They see my chill cheeks their very windows, yet their hearts burn bright in defiance. From up hairy-eyed Shetlands, their proud Vikings, reborn, march with blazing torches through the cold night. To Albany, where the year turns amid fireballs and fritters. Summoning flame to dance with frost. It is an ancient balance. Fire to cleanse, ice to preserve. At melting, they leap flames and cook and love. It is the Spring's festival that I still linger in the dew, watching, waiting as they welcome the warmth. In their stories and songs, fire and ice are never fools. They are the very heartbeat of the land itself, the winter storm, and the hearth welcoming moon, the cold loss, and the whiskey's golden sweat wine. And so, I remain, not to conquer, but to dance, flame and frost together in this wild, eternal Scotland.